Hi, y'all.
What's up?
We back. We in person, and we're ready.
Yes. Oh yeah, I ain't seen you last week.
Yeah, because we did live, which we got views. Hi, y'all.
Yes.
So yeah, we're back, y'all, to talk about this reunion, part 1 of season 14 of Married at First Sight. It's a hot mess, y'all. It's a hot mess.
But I don't feel like there were any surprises.
There wasn't no surprises. It's a hot mess that this is a 2-part.
Yes.
It could have been an hour of this and then an hour of them coming together and commenting on
We about to have to listen to them just talk. So I do, okay, I mean, I know we jumping ahead to next week, but I am looking forward to the experts giving Alyssa the business. Because Kevin didn't quite give.
Because I didn't want to get beat up, and you said I wouldn't, and I feel like it.
She's a mess.
Alyssa's mentally ill, and honestly,
she's not mentally ill.
What you think she is? Just a Karen?
Yes.
Okay. Anyways, we going ahead, y'all. But anyway, I'm India.
I'm Michelle.
And we're gonna do this review real concise
we gonna get
for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to tell y'all that me and Michelle made a blackberry jalapeno margarita.
It's so good. I drank mine. She's a lightweight. What take you so long? We had that for the whole show.
This thing is good, y'all. If y'all want the recipe, we'll put it in the comments.
It's really good.
Okay. Anyway, so who was the first couple up on the reunion?
I don't know, but first let's talk about the intros. Everybody looked cute. I thought everybody actually looked good.
Jasmina looked the best because she always slays.
Yeah, I mean, so Katina's wig was not giving, but it was better than the wig we've been seeing all season.
Was it? It was very dark.
It was. Why does she does. I think she goes too dark on her hair.
Mm-hmm.
And we just want to see her face. Like, she's always covering her face.
But her outfit wasn't as bad as normal.
No, she was giving prom. Like, it was cute.
Very much prom, junior prom, 8th grade.
It was. So... Steve and Noi, they was cute. Mm-hmm. Steve let us know that he don't fool with Lindsay. He gave all the business. He said from day one he wasn't fooling with her. And I knew that's why I like Steve. Steve is a straight shooter. Although him apologizing to her is whatever. Like, that's the stand on your word, sir. If she wanna get crazy, then you gonna show her what it feels like.
But I don't appreciate him ganging up on Lindsay like that.
You lie. You a whole lie.
Don't.
You are a whole. What is she drunk? Because there's no way she cares. There's no way she cares.
Lindsay looked like, oh shit, he called me out. Like, she's not used to people holding her accountable. He did it respectfully. Honestly, I don't really like when men go back and forth with women, but he did that as respectful as you can, and he didn't go back and forth with her. He told her what it was, and that was it. And I ain't gotta like you. You be telling people business. You told the producers we did whatever, and I don't fool with you.
And he's mature and Noi is immature. Your husband said, don't tell your business to this woman. She can't be trusted, and you still did it.
And this is why he needs to divorce Noi.
We gonna get to them.
Okay.
So what else you want to talk? You don't want to say nothing about the beginning? So they was trying to give us real confusion from the beginning. They wanted everybody to seem happy. We, of course, and then Alyssa and Chris were there, so okay, whatever. But they wanted, all the couples was like sitting close, cool. Mark rolled his eyes in a way that I knew they weren't together.
Gotcha.
And that was the only thing. Like, I thought Jasmina and Michael had potential to have been together based on how they were presented.
The body language.
So producers were basically like, can y'all sit close? Yeah. Don't act like you're not married.
Yeah, true.
We knew what it was going to be.
I think so. You're right.
Okay. First things first.
Who was first?
Katina
and Elijah were. I wanted them to stick it to Elijah a little bit more. They got clarification.
He took responsibility
on all the major things that happened, right? However, it wasn't enough. Like, the way he's acted on this season, which I think we have kind of been desensitized to because it's been so bad. It's been abusive. It's been abusive behavior, and they're giving him like, oh, I just learned from it, and that's it, and we're gonna move forward. And it's not enough. I hope the experts give it to him next episode. Kevin, he
did kind of gloss over it. Kevin wasn't. He brought up the stuff, but then whatever Elijah said, he just accepted it. He didn't say
no. So you mean like?
Yeah.
That ain't what he said. Now that's what he meant, but that's not what he said.
But I will say
what.
We did not know Elijah's dad died when he was 16. Or maybe somebody did tell us. I did not know. Throughout the season, I don't think that I was really aware of his dad's situation. So him acknowledging that his dad passed away, him saying his mom was sick, so he was clearly like kind of probably not used to having his mom. Like I don't know.
Bro, don't
he need therapy.
Yeah, he do.
He
don't
therapy.
need to be married. He was so critical of her. Have y'all heard any spoilers after this
reunion? Are they together still?
Yeah, because I feel like I heard something, but I don't know. It was on Math's fan page.
Well, he did talk about that, and he always gets emotional talking about his dad. So that does like pull on your heartstrings. Like clearly, when you lose a parent, it's very hard. So understood. But
what else did you talk about?
He was basically like, yo, she's so strong. Like, she really knows how to be a quiet leader. And I'm just like, okay, so it's just like Katina the mastermind again. Like, I don't know what to think of her being quiet, listening, and letting him figure shit out on his own, as opposed to being like, I'm not about to deal with your shit. Bye.
What do you mean you don't know what to think of that? That's crazy. She's slow. Like,
I'm trying to give her credit or something.
No, I mean, I guess her being able to listen,
because he called her patient,
she talks and be patient. Those are positive qualities.
They are, but
however, Elijah was walking all over her. She only went off one time,
and then she was like, he's not for a weak person. But like, okay, because he would make because he's gonna make her cry or something, because he made you cry. Like, I'm confused. And then
why should you have to? Why can't it just be easier? Like, why does everything gotta be so? Why is it gotta be hard?
And he did say that. He did say that he realized, like, why am I not trying to take care of my wife? Like, I should be treating her well. So it's like. Yeah, there are some nuggets that he said where I was like, okay, maybe he got it. Maybe he did get the
cooking thing. Like, it's just these arbitrary rules that he made up, and then nothing had to do with him as a husband. It all marriage to him was the qualities he wanted in a wife. Yeah. Not the man he wanted to be.
Well, no, he thought that because he had a job and he provided.
But she has a job too,
and she provides.
Yes, she provides and has a job as well.
And just because she's not working on her feet or doing manual labor doesn't mean that it's any less difficult, challenging, mentally, tiring. So I think that he is just this person that is very stuck in his
But he wasn't willing to pay all the bills, and he didn't even want to help her out while she was in like. It was very confusing.
Hopefully we get more details on the dynamic of their relationship in the next episode, because...
And I hope they're not together now.
So they're still together, and he gave her a ring. Why didn't they show us the ring, y'all?
Michelle wanted to see the ring. She was trying to rewind, fast forward, slow down, see the ring.
I have my
give us a good on why they don't want us to see.
They've shown everybody else's ring. Why didn't they show?
Well, they showed Steve's because he bought it through the show.
But they also, in prior seasons, this is not the first time somebody has proposed and or given a new ring on reunion. That happens like every season now. That's true. So, but they show everybody else's ring. They showed Deanna and Greg's ring. True. They showed the couple from DC, their ring. I can't think of their name. But he gave her a ring on the episode. Like, they show the rings. Why they didn't show the ring? I have my thoughts. What do you think? It wasn't a solitaire diamond.
It was in little pieces.
A cluster. I think it was a cluster.
Oh, the chips.
I think it was a cluster.
Okay. Right.
Maybe?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they show it, y'all? I'm confused. I was so ready to see that ring. She was like, oh my God, it's so big.
Yeah,
she was
honestly happy.
It was a rock.
She was shocked. She was happy. She said she's lost for it. That was the first time they said I love you to each other. And this is 6 months? This is 8 months in. This 6 months after decision day.
That's weird. I thought that was very weird that they had not. That she was like, that's the first time I told him that. Huh?
And she said something else that let me know that they weren't they weren't as solid as when they first.
Oh, she did say we've been going through some stuff. It was something she said like,
oh shoot, poor Katina.
Like, because you made
like,
the
you're
comment.
Seeing my efforts. I'm so happy. It's like, damn, what the hell y'all was going through last week?
Yeah, it was giving arguments until yesterday.
Yeah, and so that's why I wouldn't be shocked if they broke up 2 months after the damn reunion. Like they're clearly still rocky, and but they know how to say face.
She seems very happy. I like Kevin did not ask like, what do your friends think? Like, so maybe on part 2 we're gonna get into the what do your friends and family think of each other, because her friends did not like him from the jump, and then to watch that whole season, there's no way that her friends still liked him or changed their mind. So have they met him in person, been around him in person?
Maybe she let her friends go.
Oh,
well, people do that too.
They do. Okay, I mean, enough about them. Okay. No, she was really choked up about that.
Yeah, no, she really appreciated it.
Child. Okay. Next. Chris and Alyssa.
Oh, Chris and...
You didn't take any notes, but we watched.
I didn't.
And she did not take... Like, she was just caring to the 10th power. Like, she took no responsibility. Mm-hmm. I'm so glad Chris was like, if I had known that that's the stuff she was saying, I would have ended it sooner. Yeah. Like, he can stand on his. And she did not give him any... Like, she like fake lied. Apologized and then...
She didn't apologize to him. She never apologized to him.
She was just like, I'm sorry that it happened, that we didn't get what we want. Yeah, and I'm sorry that... And then, y'all, this host said that she blacked out and was, like, going through a mental breakdown. It was all self-inflicted. Like, she literally spun herself up. And Kevin kept asking these questions, and whatever answer people gave, he just took it. And it's that's what
pissed me off. What? Like, y'all can't let her pull this mental health card that she literally blacked out. And then was saying she hates the expert. Like, she blacked out and did all of that, and y'all gonna fall for that?
And they called her out on lying about talking to the people about the tennis being cool. And Chris actually gave her credit, like, okay, yeah, she probably just said yes because she was tired of talking about it. But no, can we talk about the fact that tennis match was the day that she literally lost her shit and acted like he was crazy. And he had no idea. Like, he was like, okay, you don't want to play? Do you want to play? Like, we felt so bad after watching that scene for her to act like, oh, yeah, we had a great time playing tennis. Like, no.
And then didn't take any accountability for her actions that day. 6 months later, she is literally saying, I don't remember. Was she blackout drunk? Like, I'm confused.
She wasn't blackout nothing.
She's lying. It's obviously really scary. It's very triggering. She's giving major Karen vibes. It's scary because you can do whatever and say whatever and treat people meanly and just say you don't remember. No. Like, I've never even heard. I never thought she was going. I did not. You couldn't pay me to think that she was going to go with that angle of the mental breakdown.
Nah, I didn't see that coming.
She didn't even say I was frustrated. I just wasn't. I was acting outside of myself. She said literally she don't even remember the things she said, y'all.
But he called her out on it. Y'all. But he called her out. And he was like, because Kevin was like, well, what was the worst thing that she said? He was like, calling me a used car salesman that sold houses. And she was like, well, I was just so worked up. And then the whole producer thing. So then, or the experts, they were like, why didn't you want to talk to the experts? And she was like, because I didn't want to talk to them. I felt betrayed by them. But you literally were telling the producers in the clip. She was telling the producers, why aren't they here? Why didn't they get flied out? And then why isn't somebody here? And then when the producer says, okay, do you want to talk to them? No. Like, because you're all talk. Like, y'all.
She took no accountability. Like, that was the worst thing. I thought she was going to come on with something. She gave nothing.
Chris is better than me because I wouldn't be able to sit next to that hoe.
Yeah.
And
that's a good man.
And she also lied about the apartment thing because they definitely have clips of her saying like, oh, I want to be a part of the experience.
Several times.
She was like, oh, I thought that if we were going to have to be. No, you didn't.
You literally said, I'm not going to be able to hang out with my friends. You said that behind the scenes. Y'all. And they caught you on camera. You said you wanted to be a part of the experience. If everyone's hanging out together and you're not there. Like, we didn't make that up. She said that. And he didn't say it. You said it. So you're lying. You lied about the apartment. And she lied about not trusting the expert. She's just disgusting. She is disgusting. That is too much. It's 2022 and we can't deal with it.
I just don't know why. I'm finding it hard to watch this show because the producers did this. The producers knew they were not going to be a match. The producers
she did say
that she blames the experts. No, she blames the producers. She blames the show because they knew what it was. They were starting shit. They were starting drama. They had enough footage of her. That girl could not hide who she was. They knew who she was, and they matched him with someone. And the one thing that they did over and over and over and over was show his teeth when she said she wanted somebody with straight teeth. So that just goes to show the credibility of the producers. Like, they knew what they were doing. And so I just feel like this show is just too, like, trashy, exploitive. Yeah, like, it's like y'all are just trying to get drama at this point.
Every single couple.
Okay.
Every single couple this season.
Next. Jasmina and Michael.
Okay, Jasmina and Michael.
They was really giving us heavy "we're still together" vibes.
Michelle was like, I think they might be together. Look how close she's sitting. Look where she's.
And then I was like, okay, they're doing that to trick us. And they did, of course. Michael and Jasmina are not still together. They broke up after 2 weeks.
He called her.
They should have never said yes.
No, they said yes because they had a pact to say yes. Let's be clear.
I just still want to understand you. And he was like, so then one argument in you. So she
basically had shut down. So he called 2 weeks later and was like, look, you're not putting any effort. She said she stopped putting any effort in because they got in that argument. And he's like, okay, so one argument and it's not worth it.
But shit was always a circle.
She never wanted him.
And they got into that. And she claimed that she was attracted to him. And then we found out that they didn't speak for a month. Now, they kind of touched on this throughout the season, but I don't think we understood that they really did not talk to each other. Yeah. Did y'all know that they, like, legit was literally, like, walking past each other and not speaking? Because I didn't get that impression.
No, they really hid that for TV. We did not know they really weren't. When she
for
said,
a month?
She kept saying that, like, we didn't even talk for a whole month. And I guess, why would she keep saying that if they really didn't talk for a month? But they really, truly didn't talk.
And I think, he said why. He said that he really was not comfortable.
After she called him.
And I can't blame him because they really were very far apart on that argument. Mm-hmm. Like, him feeling like he was not being aggressive and her thinking that he was.
She's still standing on it.
And she stood on it. It's very hard to get past that with no history and no connection and nothing to keep you guys together. Mm-hmm. I don't know how you get past that. Because in the real world, you find somebody being aggressive and you just be like, I'm good.
Yeah.
And you keep on moving.
That's true. And you notice how Kevin kept trying to basically get her to say she wasn't attracted to him. He was like, no, you friends on him.
Right.
You didn't want him.
And
that's why she's like, no, that you don't know that.
And she's like, none of my exes look the same. Like,
she don't want to basically come off as he wasn't physically my type because she's saying she don't have a type.
But then I also told India that I think that, like, her seeing him as just a friend, and I feel like she's gonna be more attracted to him seeing him with other people. Like, the way she was like, you going out on dates, you doing this, like, it was just giving, like, a little too interested. Like, sis, let him do him. Why you care?
I feel like she really don't care at all, and she's trying to act like she does.
I don't know. Like,
I don't think she wanted him, likes him, nothing. I don't think she likes how he looks, his personality, nothing about him.
Really?
No. That's why she was able to sit there so close and act like nothing was wrong. She really has no emotional ties to him. I don't feel like she ever connected emotionally with him at all.
She did say she did not like him. She basically was like, I did not like him.
They said they couldn't stand each other. So it took
a month. Like, so they messed up the relationship for a month. So then they had another month to try to turn it back around, which apparently they got on the right track. And that's why they wanted to stay married. But we knew they weren't really on the right track because there's no way in 2 weeks it should go down the drain that quickly if you guys were in such a good place when things ended. But neither of them wanted to try. So then Kevin brought up the fact that they weren't touching. And she tried to make it seem like it was Michael's fault that he wasn't flirting with her or telling her that she was pretty or telling her that she looked nice.
I don't think anything that he would have done would have made her comfortable.
And he didn't feel that way.
Yeah.
More importantly, he was like, you kept saying that you weren't into me. So what did you expect?
But and I guess if she looked good, you could still tell the girl, like, you look beautiful.
Yes, he could, but
he's not that type of dude.
That's true. He just may not be that kind of guy.
And you could.
Because honestly, he could be like, damn.
That would be you putting in effort. Like, I don't think they liked each other. I do not think he liked her personality, and I don't think she was physically attractive.
And as pretty as she is, if somebody thinks that you're nasty or that your attitude sucks or that your personality sucks, then they not gonna think
he shut down and she shut down.
Yeah, they did.
Both of them. Neither of them put in real effort. I think they were talking to each other and were friends that last month, and that was it. They did become friendly.
And then she was like, he's a really good friend.
Yeah, nothing.
I think that she's gonna end up regretting it later. That's what I think.
She might.
I think that she will regret it later. I think Michael will find someone else. She might quite easily, and she'll look back and be like, "Damn, like he gonna bring his girlfriend to a little event, and she gonna be looking like, oh man." We knew they wasn't gonna make it, y'all. And then finally, not finally, shit. We got 2 more couples. Steve and Noy.
Oh, we can go through them quick. Boring.
I'm just not into them. I think Steve literally could have been matched with a lot of people and he would have made it. I'm not saying he could have been matched with anybody because he could not have been matched with Lindsay. We know that. But he could have been matched with Jasmina and they would be together. Mm-hmm. He could have been matched with, not Katina. He could have been matched with
Katina.
I just think Katina needs a little bit more spice in her life.
Oh.
And then Alyssa, no. But I just think that there's literally a laundry. They probably have 15 women they could have matched with him. That's true. And Noy just got lucky, to be honest, because Steve is easy and he is confident. He's not insecure. Yeah. I just think that he has a lot of good qualities. And Noy is playing, and
well, they in therapy, child.
They in therapy,
and I'm not mad at them being in marriage counseling, but I don't foresee it working out.
I don't either, and the fact that they're talking about having a child in 1 year,
which kind of makes me think she might be pregnant.
I don't think she's pregnant,
or they're actively trying.
You think so?
I mean, why would you say, "Oh, we'll have one in the next year"? Do you know how it takes?
Because she's immature. She's immature. She thinks
fertility issues, like everything.
She never considered fertility issues ever. She's never considered that as a part of her plan. She's always said, "I want 3 kids. I want to have 3 kids." We talked about that very early on. The fact that she said it with so much conviction, as if she knew she could have 3 kids.
And that's why I told Michelle, I was like, "Well, maybe she's pregnant because she's saying she's having a kid in a year. Like that's some it's just gonna happen. Oh, we're gonna get pregnant in March if we try in March. Like, how the hell do you know? You're not God.
She's immature like that. So they gave the impression that things were pretty good with them. Like they have their little arguments, whatever, but they spend time together. She still kept her old apartment. And
they spend most nights together. What did he say? 5 to 6 days or 6 days?
Yeah, he said once a week.
They're together and they stay in his apartment. Yeah. Which at this point, I would have expected maybe he could.
They get a different apartment.
So then it could be theirs. Because I wouldn't want to stay in his apartment. Was pretty small as well. Like, it wasn't.
But hers was a damn studio. There was no way he was going to live in there.
And she don't want him there. She wants her own space. Which is why she spends the night by herself once a week. Michelle said they're basically dating, but
yes, I did say that. Like, I think it's just like they're dating. And so I think at any point it could actually go left and they decide to split up because it just felt like they were in a relationship. Yeah, for real. Like not a marriage though. It just didn't have that next level of like, yo, we are in this, we good. Like it just like they're dating.
Nori started crying again when they was talking about her mama sacrificing.
And her sister came out, Sriracha. And
she the one that kind of let us know they was having a little trouble in paradise.
She did, because she was like, they just need to work on their communication, and somebody needs to speak and say how they feel, and somebody needs to not be so condescending. So really what it is that Noy is so immature and annoying that Steve be having to be like, do you hear yourself? Like he really probably does talk to her very condescendingly because it's just like, hello, wake up.
She's a child.
And so I could see it. I could see him doing that. And he said it, they acknowledged who had the feedback and what they needed to do. But I just think Noy lucked up. Like, she really kind of got her a good one, and she playing games, because honestly, he's probably the best she's going to get.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And he got money. He basically said he got investments. He got crypto. I hope he sold his crypto before now because crypto is down. But back then,
honey, down bad.
But back then in February it was all right, but it was okay. It was okay, but it was a little bad.
He was holding on to that joint.
He might be smart enough. He might have let it go.
Now he did.
But he did. He also said that he invested in some coins very early on, so he may have some crazy gains like them $100,000, them hundreds of thousands.
I wanted them to ask winners very early on, but that was.
I mean, Kevin asked him how much money he had in the bank. He did not answer, so we wasn't gonna get that dollar amount.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
So okay.
Next,
they stayed together. We knew they was gonna be together, and
I think they'll still be together. As of now, they're probably still together, but I don't see it lasting. But then again, there's so many people that happened. I didn't see it last on the show, and they're still together.
True.
Look at Jeffy and Shanice. Anyway,
they shouldn't be
next, what's the next couple?
The last one. Last but certainly not least. Oh, they gave us some material, y'all. Lindsay and Mark.
Y'all.
What?
Lindsay showed out.
She showed her ass.
Serious.
She showed her ass.
She was serious as a heart attack.
Okay.
Like, Lindsay,
so
what?
Mark said what he had to say.
They were being real cordial at first. They were being pretty good.
But Mark rolled his eyes at Lindsay in the beginning of the show, and I knew at that point they were not together. So when Kevin asked Lindsay, "Are y'all together?" she was like, "Absolutely not." So he asked Mark what happened. And Mark had said what had happened was they fought all the time, like they still did. Like we already knew. Yeah. But Mark called Lindsay his biggest, worst bully. And I think that speaks volumes to the fact that she really took him out. Like she just really wore him out.
And the thing with Lindsay is she hits below the belt. It's so ridiculous. And then she is like, he wanted to abandon me and I'm his wife and he just wanted to put me out. But I'm sure you were literally like talking to him like he was a scum of the earth. At what point was he supposed to do?
If she was willing to say the things that she said on camera at the reunion to imagine what she said to him when the cameras were going.
I don't like her playing victim. That's giving Karen vibes as well. Like, you be hitting below the belt. I know you was in his face, like you said. You were in his face saying terrible things. And now it's like, you don't know why. As soon as a tenant was moving into your apartment, then he wants to say those things. Yeah, you just happen to get in an argument that day.
Because y'all get an argument every other day. So that's the reason why. And then also, the other thing that she said when Kevin asked her something, she was like, I think Kevin said, "Why'd you choose to stay married?" And he was like, "He really stood by me. And he really supported me." You spent the whole season saying that he did not support you.
And how much you supported him through all his life changes.
So, which is it, Lindsay? Like, did he support you or not? And why the hell did you say yes? Like, she just swears that she saw this good and she thought this, but then she talks about how he wasn't intellectual, he's not smart, and she was used to people being she was not used to being the smartest person in her relationship.
Lindsay,
she busted out her cover letter. So that was a whole resume on what she did for that man.
Yeah, it was giving very tacky. Like, when you do stuff for people, you're not supposed to throw it in their face, honey. And she was out there like, boom.
She was like, it was literally bullet points.
Boom.
She said she purged 2 generations worth of shit.
She said 2 generations of clutter, declutter, check. She said, fixed up your mama's floor and made it better than it has ever been.
She said, encouraged you to get jobs. And now you make more money than you've ever made. She said,
you're on Lindsay's workout plan, honey.
She said, you got all of this Lindsay magic.
She said the Lindsay effect.
The Lindsay effect. She literally branded herself, right? Like, you branded yourself. Like, it was an elevator pitch. Like, what job are you trying to get?
I had to watch that twice because she read that. She said, look, I need to be something.
And she thought she ate. Like, yes, she knew she ate. She just knew.
But all you're doing is throwing in the things that you did out of love. You're throwing it back in his face. You look crazy, Lindsay.
Exactly. And then...
That was funny, though. That was the funniest moment in the reunion.
He was like... Mark was
The
like,
Lindsay effect.
if you say so. He was like, you did some nice things, but you also did a lot of shitty stuff.
And it
doesn't
actually, the shitty stuff outweighs the nice stuff. Especially when you throw it in my face. It totally outweighs.
So you can, like, he was like, oh, I didn't know we was writing letters. Like, he was like, I got a letter for your ass.
And then she said she moved to California because it was more intellect.
And Kevin actually, I feel like Kevin was being super messy when he was like, oh, that was a dig. I actually initially didn't take it as a dig. She wasn't specifically talking about Mark. Yeah. I mean, I get where he was going with it, but I feel like Kevin made it worse than what it was. Because I do think, I mean, her point was is San Francisco, Silicon Valley, like there's a lot of like there's two huge, you know, universities there that are like top tier universities. So yes, there are a lot of smart people in that area. And so I think I actually understood her point. And you know, she also said she didn't want to be around her family in Boston. And I think, so a part of me felt like she don't want to be around her family because, well, she said take care of them. I think it's because she doesn't want to be reminded of who she is. Like, she's not that great of a person. Like, personality-wise. Like, and so I just think maybe her family does bring out that side of her or brings out the worst of her, or she can't really shake that vibe because they know who she is. Like, she wants to get away from people who know who she is. She want to be around people that don't know who she is so she can have a clean slate and act like she's so amazing.
Yo, he was like, you don't think you're intellect? No, he's not an intellect.
Like, why do you have to be rude though? Like, that's just very
I would have said next question.
I would have, oh my God, he could have said so many things about her. Like, he could literally tear her down. He could literally be like, I'm not attracted to her, she's ugly. Like, he could literally tear her down. No, because
his response to that was, I'm an introvert. And it's okay.
No, he said, no. He said that, she said she dated engineers and people that were strong. And he was like, and introverted. Like, and it didn't have nothing to do with nothing. Okay, so the thing is, Mark's probably not that intellectual.
No,
but
he's not.
You don't have to say that to somebody because he really could think she's ugly. And we all talked about the fact that when Chris thought Paige was unattractive, he did not have to say it. Like, you do not have to say that someone is not intelligent. Just say other things. Like, you just don't have to do that. And the fact that Lindsay does it to boost herself up, it just shows how tacky she is and classless. She's rude as hell.
Very intelligent guy.
I always date engineers. So you ain't married to none. So you're not in a current relationship with anyone. So it's just like, I feel like throwing up all the things that you have done that didn't work doesn't really do much for like your standing.
Lindsay's crazy as hell. She's batshit crazy. Her and Alyssa, they're crazy.
And the fact that they don't like each other and they both crazy.
Yeah, I can't wait till next episode though when they gonna be going in on Alyssa. I hope. She gonna be crying and I'm a good person and we gonna get a little bit of. I mean, I think the whole cast gonna go in on Alyssa. I hope they start talking about. But I hope that they start talking about the fact that they did not know all the stuff that she said. Our predictions, India's predictions were spot on. I think I predicted only one couple was going to say yes, and I said that was going to be Steve and Noy. She said 2. She says Steve and Elijah. No, you said 3, bro. I said 2. I think I need to go back to that episode. With the 3. I said my 3 was right.
No, they weren't.
I said...
If we don't count Decision Day and we count tonight, no.
Tonight, I said 2 will be together.
No. I'm talking about.
I don't remember.
I think you said 3 was gonna be together. I think you said Jasmina and Michael were gonna say yes, and I said no. And then I said I don't remember. We gotta go. But we were supposed to do our research and go back to our predictions. I'm supposed to write a note. I probably got it in my notes. Anyway. The people that should not have said yes on Decision Day are not together, and so we knew that. And this whole little 4 for 4 was literally just a game.
Yes, yeah.
Like they were just trying to do something that really was doing nothing.
Nothing.
Because so Lindsay and Mark weren't together after a month, and Jasmina and Michael were never together after Decision Day. Let's be clear, they were never together after Decision Day.
They didn't live together. They didn't do anything.
Didn't do anything together. They were not together. They saw each other one time in 2 weeks. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's not even a relationship, let alone a marriage.
Exactly.
So, okay. I mean, there was do y'all think there were any surprises? I didn't think there were any surprises. I was not surprised by anything. I mean, Elijah, I think, did have his tail between his legs a little bit. So I give him a little bit of credit for that, but that's just like, can you? I don't know. I still really compare him to an abuser and how, yeah, they come back and they're nice and they're all good, but is it really gone? Is he really not that person? Only time will tell. It's up to Katina.
We'll see y'all.
We'll be back next week.
See y'all
Final
next
episode
week.
of this season. But we are reviewing a new show. We think. Nobody's watching our reviews.
DC. Y'all go look at our review for Love and Marriage DC.
And watch Love and Marriage DC.
Yeah.
It's just something different. A little bit. It'll be interesting, we think. All right, we'll see y'all next time.
Bye, guys.